Yo. Hi. Hybrid and true kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready. Big man thing, my people crazy. You better like it. Go get ready. My people crazy. You better like it. Good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, boa baby. It's a dazzle thing, arriba tu caliente. Give me this fun fight, girl, I'm here to conquer, girl, In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in hurry. I enter.
What's up? Alright, yo, guys, we are officially out of this stage. Alright, but we are on the 250, 250, 150 stage in terms of setting up for our trip, and it is coming all together slowly but surely. We're getting our Airbnbs, we're getting our rental cars on the 19th. So if you want to join us for the Airbnb or the rental car for Houston, make sure that you do that a month before the trip. So since it's April 19th, we will need that stuff by March 19th. And I assure you guys, there's no hotel out there where that it'll cost you as little as $200 to stay there for the whole weekend. So this is the better deal. Now whether you can afford it or you want to do it, it's all good. Some people like their privacy. So you don't want to, your parents don't want to be with us. Your parents don't even have to go. But if parents have to go, it's all good. Just be there, be square. All right. And that's that. All right. So take that part down. We got, where am I? No, I want that to disappear. There we go. Okay. All right. We got our shooting workout tonight. Make sure that you bring your coins if you want to do the shooting workout, or the what is that called? The shooting contest in the end, the 3-point contest. If you bring a coin, you can win another coin if someone else bids against you. If let's say all of you guys brought coins and we got 20 coins in the pot, you can win up to 10 coins. All right. So let's start that. And I'm not trying to get you guys to be addicted to gambling. I'm trying to get you guys to be addicted to No way. I'm trying to get you guys to be more better in the clutch. All right? More betterister in the clutch so that you don't feel the pressure anymore. I want you to feel the pressure. So bring those coins and let's wow out at our shooting workout tonight. All right? Now we move on to our quote of the day. Quote of the day is hope trumps all. All right? I believe that's what it is. Let me just make sure I'm on the right day. Sometimes our years don't match up sometimes, and I just want to make sure. If I ever make a mistake like that, just let me know. Today is the 3rd month, and I believe, I do not know what day it is. I gotta be straight up with you guys. I do know that it's Tuesday though, so maybe it's this Tuesday. And okay, that was last one. Seriously though? Okay, there we go. All right, so this Tuesday is Hope Trumps All. All right, and we got some workouts to do. We got the quote of the day, the story of the day, the daily challenge of the day. For the 5th graders, you guys should be keeping up with day 16 of the FAST class. It's 10 drills designed to improve your speed. Find the details online. Okay, all right, but yes, this is what you guys are talking about. And what Hope Trumps All means is that before you can even worry about skill or making the team or getting the right teammates or getting your jersey even, okay, you have to have this thing called hope. All right, and so many kids walk around with their heads down because they truly believe that they can't make it. And if you start out believing that you can't make it, then you don't have a chance. And this is where a lot of parents, they go a little too far in this regard. The parents will be like, yo, my kid needs confidence, and I need you to let him score every single point. I need him to play in every single game. I don't want you saying anything negative to my kid. Okay, and then some people go the other way. And the first day, the kid's 1st grader, and the kid's I want to make the NBA, and the parents are like, you can't. kiddo, you suck. Your dad has sucked, grandpa sucked, you suck. All right? And it's like, dude, okay, neither one of those is great. But we have to make sure that you have hope. And hope is not cockiness. Hope is like, even though I may not be on that level, I believe the steps that I'm taking will get me there. And I'm not saying to like sell out your entire life for basketball or anything really. I'm saying you must have faith in the process. I believe hope is like a synonym for having faith in the process, knowing that what you're doing will get you there. Because part of why your parents allow you to play basketball is so that you can have a dedication to a passion, so you can learn some teamwork, so you can do all this stuff. So it's, can you go through a process with diligence? All right, and those are the tools that will help you out for life. But if you're just looking for the tools that will make you make the NBA, it's those tools as well. So it helps double fold. Like, no matter what, it's going to help you out to think like that. All right. So you have to have hope. And what the word Trumps mean, besides it meaning Donald Trump, no, it does not mean that. It's an actual word. All right. Trump just means that it's better than everything else. All right. It's the highest. So hope trumps all is the quote of the day. So make sure that you guys have some hope out there. All right. Keep that in your system. It's great for you. All right. Our itinerary of stuff that needs to be done. We need to be doing. So if we do have shooting today. Oh man. Oh, I'm hyped for this. All right, because this is filmed shot breakdown. I will bring a whole like iPad out there, and you guys can see your shot on repeat. And I'll work with every good shot. And we'll try to like break it down so you can like get your elbow in. We can get your finger spread. All right. This is the one that everyone always asks me to do. But they asked me to do it while we're doing so many other drills. And then they skip this day. So we do this for this particular workout, and we do it again for our like shooting clinic. That's when we talk about shooting in depth. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you do it. Blah, blah. We have to do it for our camps, too. All right, so you get it like 4 times a year. This is one of those times. And actually, no, with the team shooting, we'll do this like every 13 weeks. So you get this like, probably like 10 to 11 times a year. You'll have a chance to get your shot broken down. I don't think that we need to do it more than that, because either you can hear me and you know it, or you're not really ready for it and we can talk about it later. There is no like, he just needs to hear it 18 more times. Just keep saying it to him. It's like, no, he's not either ready for it or he's not. So pay attention today when we go over your shot. See it from different angles, and we'll play with that like that. All right, for the other drills, we got swoop layup. All right, that's a tough layup to shoot. Then we got the rocker step, which we went over spin move last time. So this one is just the rocker step, which would be great. We got floaters to shoot. Pump fake to dribble J is a great one. Then we have our 3-point contest. And after that, we have some team stuff, drives and rotations, 180 tangent for shots. Down screen away is a great defensive drill, which we're going to talk about as well. Man, I wish everyone were showing up to today's practice. Dang. You guys are going to be doing a lot of stuff to make yourselves better. So the down screen away ones, that's fantastic. Then we got 3 for layup and shot, 10 seconds tied game, and then 10 plus seconds down by 3 with free throws. All right, talking about just the, I'll go from the last to the beginning. If we have 14 seconds left, down by 3, and we have the ball, and we're shooting free throws. All right, what you want to do always, almost always, is make both your free throws. Okay, once you make both your free throws, there's more than 10 seconds on the clock, so that puts them in a backcourt violation time. So if there's 14 seconds left, you do not have to foul under the circumstances until they cross half court. So you can try to work on a backcourt violation. And I love to have teams where we can like be sneaky about this, and we can scream foul, and then just don't foul. Because that's when people start picking up the ball and holding it so that you can like foul them, and then you just keep your hands high and just keep screaming foul him, and then but usually we have like one stupid kid who like doesn't understand that we're just joking, and he'll foul the guy. So we would have to have a really smart team to be able to pull off something like that. But with that said, you do want to make both your free throws. Don't foul them before half court, but once they cross half court, you can foul them, and then you're gonna be down at worst by 3. Then you have 4 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go, probably a little bit more than that to go full court to try to tie it. But you're going for a steal in that time. And if you only make one of the 2 free throws, however, you're down by 2. Now we have a different situation where we're going to need some time in the clock in case they make both their free throws. I would say to foul right then. It kind of depends on who you're playing against. If they've missed a ton of free throws, maybe don't. Maybe you can wait. All right? Or if you can maybe get like a turnover because they're kind of turnover prone, maybe you can wait. But I would say definitely go for the steal and foul as soon as you can to keep as much time on the clock as possible. The time is your friend. And if you miss both free throws, now you're down by 3. You got to foul immediately. Like immediately. But a good thing about that is if they miss the first free throw, you want to send everybody. There's no whole person with this one. Now you have to wait till it hits the rim, but you send everybody for the rebound because you're going to try to foul them. And if they do get the rebound, chuck it up long, I mean, it's whatever. That means that they had one less guy trying to box you out. So it kind of works for your benefit too, but just sprint him and foul him anyways. But yeah, so this game's kind of screwed over anyways. Next one is 10 seconds tie game. We would want the last shot, so we're actually going to practice that tomorrow. We're going to practice shooting a last second shot. I'll put 10 seconds on the actual clock, and we'll see. We'll give you guys a countdown to make sure that you guys shoot the last shot. Because so many times we'll have 20 seconds and someone will just check up a shot. It's crazy. We want the last shot, especially if it's a tie game. You can end up losing a game like that, J.R. Smith. 3 for layup and shot is a very complicated play, but we'll run over. If you want to see that one, you can look through it on our challenges page for our plays. And then down screen away. For down screen away, do I want to show that right now? No, I'll show it during practice if you show up. But for one of them, I do want to show, and that is 180 tangent for shot. So we're doing this drill. We've done it before. Watch it, though. Ready? Let's do it. Go. That's the drill. Let's see who's been doing the homework. Anybody? Joey, 2-ball challenge. Is that the 2nd grade homework? I'm guessing it is. Joey, weekend shots. Those are that. Katie fakes. I don't. Maybe that is that a sister. Katie fakes. Why did you call it Katie fakes? Kyrie maybe. Is he saying Kyrie? Well, we have one person did the homework today, but Weston says he will do it every single day. Oh, that's supposed to be Kyrie fake spin to Jay. I got you. So we worked on that yesterday. You did the homework the day before. So great job. Make sure you guys keep posting. We have one person posting, or 2 people posting today. We have Joey and Noah. All right, that's something. I'll take it. All right, let's check out the story of the day. Watch it. Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final buzzer sounds. Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final buzzer sounds. I think for life, that final buzzer is death. For your basketball career, that final buzzer is whenever you are no longer on a team. Maybe college, maybe high school, maybe being a pro. But during a game, it matters just as much. You have to give your all until that final buzzer sounds. And I try to live all 3. My life, my career, in each game the same way. And I was like this from a young age because I was lucky enough to have coaches that emphasized that. It was actually one of my favorite parts of the game, which is really weird because, there were times when I won games by a lot. There were times when I lost games by a lot. There were times when the games were close. Times when I did great. Times when I sucked. All this stuff, right? But yet my favorite time, and I'll give you a very specific one. My favorite time in games growing up were when I was down by like 30. All right, and I could like use that moment to push my teammates into trying as hard as they could, even though we were down 30. Because 30 is that point where it's like it's too many points to come back by, right? And you just lost the game. There's no way a team that was up on you by 30 like at halftime or like in the third quarter is gonna let you come back. There's no way, unless like your best player showed up and their best player got hurt, maybe, right? But chances are you're out of it. And I liked it because, well, what I would say now is I like it because what you would do in the most direst of situations when you have no chance defines who you are, because when you have all the chance in the world, anyone can do well under those circumstances. But when you have no chance, if you can try hard then, you're a soldier. And how I thought about it then as a kid, I think I just wanted everyone to look at me and think that I was like a badass and be like, dude, that kid is going to try no matter what. And I love that look. I'm talking about like when I was like 10, 11, 12. Like I absolutely cared what other people thought about me in that regard. I wanted them to think that I was like unbreakable, and I still am like that actually. I'm like, oh yeah, you can't break me. I'm gonna keep going, and I live my life like that. I want everything to just like, I want nothing to be able to like knock me down mentally. So no matter how many points I'm down by, I'm gonna pretend like I can still beat you. And our coaches, when I was growing up, the fortunate of having these coaches when I was growing up, right when there was like 50 seconds on the clock, not usually like before then, it was usually like during like the we have zero chance moments, they would be like, keep going into the final buzzer, keep going, pick them up. And that would be like, you know, sadly actually, our most intense time of the game because we just got walloped. But during those last 50 seconds was like, at least we have pride. So we're going to pick you up right now, full court, and we're going to just keep trying until the absolute buzzer goes off. And we don't care what we look like, because that's kind of like what it means to be like a man or like a soldier in my eyes. So yeah, that's just how I saw it and still how I see it today. So make sure you guys don't give up until that final buzzer sounds. All right, trivia question today. Not sure we have on. I don't know if anyone's even watching this live. But if you're not, if you're watching it later, you can remember this trivia question for next time. I'm just going to ask it. We're going to put it out there. And I'll ask it again every single Tuesday until the end of time, until someone gets it. We'll see. All right. This question is, who's missing from this list, obviously? Andrew Harrison, Aaron Harrison, Dakari Johnson, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, and Willie Cauley-Stein. From that list, there's someone extra that is missing. Who, like an owl, is missing? I'll give you guys 30 seconds to answer the question while I eat another gummy worm. It's a little sour. So good. I wonder if worm actually tastes sour. I've never had an actual worm or just a gummy variety, but yeah. So, the question is, who's missing from this list? Andrew Harrison, Aaron Harrison, Dakari Johnson, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, and Willie Cauley-Stein. You have until the end of the show to answer, or else I'll ask it again next week and every Tuesday until the end of time. Good luck with that. You want to know if you can get it the most by the end of the month right now. Austin Maxson is winning 3-1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. And if you get a coin, the coins can, they're worth $50 of our gear, or you can get an item from our snack shack, including an entire bundle of food. So, yes, good luck with that. Moving on to the next thing. What are we talking about now? We got, what do we got? Oh, we got a poll. All right, who's the most skilled player? Is it in the history of the NBA? I can do both. Who's the most skilled player now, and who's the most skilled player in the history of the NBA? I think most people are biased in this regard. They're like, all most people do is they hear their favorite player and then they say who their favorite player is. That's not the question. The question isn't who's your favorite player. Alright? The question isn't who's your favorite player. Because look at all these guys. Alright? You got Steph Curry, who's obviously the best shooter. Just because shooting is your favorite thing doesn't make him the GOAT at everything. He's the GOAT shooter. Then you got KD. He's so enormously tall. He's the most unstoppable offensive player of all time. He's the greatest offensive player. That's what we're saying. Then you got LeBron. He's probably the greatest overall player of all time. Just overall, being able to rebound, being able to do this, because he's so big. It's not, it's nothing like that he did more than Jordan. It's just whatever, right? Then you got Michael Jordan, who's just the most legendary player of all time. You can't say anyone is more legendary than Michael Jordan. You can say the reasons why is because of the movie, because of whatever, but he is. Then you got Kyrie. And this is, okay, he's like maybe the best dribbler of all time. Someone else on this page right here, Steph Curry's up there. You got CP3 up there. Then you can add some older guys like Isaiah Thomas, Pistol Pete. He's the best dribbler. But then people are like, well, it takes more than dribbling skill to count as all skill, because shooting skill should matter. So that's where you have Steph Curry being both. Well, Kyrie ain't no slack, all right? And then you got finishing skill, which Kyrie's probably the best finisher in the history of the NBA. I don't know what his stats are. How about this? Kyrie makes the most fancy shots. How about that? But KD just scores, and how fancy do you have to be? Do you have to cross people over 18 times, or can you be like what's his name? Like Carmelo Anthony? All right, can you just be like him and just score over people without even dribbling, or like T-Mac, who doesn't have to show his skill all the time? Where Kyrie and Allen Iverson, they're dribbling the ball everywhere around. So this word is who is the most skilled. So I would say to define skill, it's all those things. Dang, I wasn't expecting that, but I was like, maybe you got to land on LeBron, because he's all those things, except LeBron can't dribble. And although he's like gotten so much better at shooting, you wouldn't count him as a shooter. And I would say LeBron is anything but skilled. I mean, he's everything but skilled. So I can't give it to LeBron, even though he's the best overall. So what is skill? What is skill? What is skill? Does skill count for rebounding? Does it count for IQ? Because then again, we're stuck with Jordan and LeBron with IQ. All right, so I would say that skill, in the way that I want to define it, is the fancy stuff. It really is. I mean, who cares if you can shoot a spot-up jumper? I'm not going to say that that's skill. I would say skill is stuff that, man, even though you do develop it over time, that's tough. Anyways, my answer is Kyrie Irving. All right, just because the way he does everything, if that wasn't another player, that would make them twice the player. So, like, if you added his bag to Michael Jordan's game, he would have been a better player. But if you add, like, let's say Kevin Durant's bag to Michael Jordan's game, it wouldn't have made him a better player. All right? If you add Kyrie's bag to LeBron James, he might never lose a game. Okay, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm getting at here? And I would say that the second most is maybe Steph Curry or like Kobe Bryant in terms of just skill. All right, and being fancy is a part of it. All right, you could count like Magic Johnson, but he didn't have like the shooting and have like a few other like athletic attributes as well. So Kyrie has all that. I want to just give him the most skilled player of all time, but it doesn't account for wins. I mean, it doesn't equal wins. So that's the difference right there. So that's my poll answer. Let me know yours in the comment section. All right, next thing we got is a behind the scenes look. We're talking tryouts right now, okay? And for our tryouts, we use we're gonna use a sci-fi skill. Now I've done this before, and I just told you guys what I think about the whole skill stuff, right? Well, for sci-fi, skill is actually one of our 4 ways that we're gonna rate people. All right. So skill is the S. All right, and then I is there's 2 I's. It's SIFI. Okay. The first I is, what is the first I? Intelligence. How smart is the kid? So yeah, we're going to see how skilled they are, but are they smart? Because some people aren't skilled, but we can make them skilled. But people who aren't smart, it's tougher to make them smart. They got to watch the game, they got to learn the game, they got to care, all this other stuff, right? They have to be capable, all right? And their parents probably have to be into it as well, all right? So the IQ of the player. And then for the F is how focused they are. Now this one can apply for anyone, because if they're not focused and their mind is somewhere else, we don't really need them, because that player isn't ever going to live up to their one, isn't ever going to live up to their potential, but two, they're going to take the focus away from every other player as well. All right. Then for the last I, and I think this one's very, very important, it's intensity, because you can lack skill because you just aren't skilled yet. You can lack intelligence because you haven't been taught yet. You can even lack focus because maybe something's going on in your life, right? Or maybe you have ADD, right? But intensity, unless you're injured, I suppose, intensity is almost like focusing of the body and of like everything focusing. It's almost like extra focusing, but it's also the effort that you're willing to put into things. All right. If you have intensity, that makes up for a lot of stuff that you're missing. All right. So you can lack skill, you can lack all these things, and I want each coach to judge these kids on, like, I think each one is worth like 2 points if they're like ultra that, 1 if they're kind of that, and then they give them 0 if they're not. So for all 4 things, you can get up to 8 points from any of our judges / coaches. And then we add those all together, and then we're going to see who's on the top of the list, and then we'll pick our teams. All right. So that's what we're doing for tryouts. Then after that, we do want to put people on the teams. But I told everyone yesterday that we were going to do tryouts in August. One kid came up to me, I won't say his name, but he was like, "Wait, we're doing tryouts?" And he looked at me like, I better start working hard, or like, I'm scared now. You should always think that way. All right, that's the problem with not doing tryouts, is that kids think, oh, I don't have to work hard. All right, and you don't want to think that. I don't want you guys always thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna get cut, I'm gonna get cut, and like be negative like that. But I also don't want you guys thinking, oh, I'm not gonna work hard, so I don't even care. All right, so we got to find some kind of balance, and I think yearly tryout, especially in the beginning, we're probably not even gonna have enough people, but like one person might get cut, so it won't be like as strict a tryout. I think you guys need to be able to survive that, somehow survive that. So that's the behind the scenes look at our tryouts, and I'm just talking through things to see, how things are gonna go. We'll see. All right. Next thing we got is a fitness thing with Wembenyama. All right. What I've noticed is where is it actually? Oh, do I have it up here? I had it up here, but all right. So there's a lot of injuries going on in the NBA. Oh, it's right here. All right. A lot of injuries going on in the NBA. Now, these are the people who are injured per team. And I think that we're at this like point in time where people are starting to get hurt more and more because it's been a long season, and they're at that point where like even like Steph Curry's hurt. They're at that point where anything can happen because your muscles are worn from the long season. So now small injuries become larger ones. And with all that said, if you look at the Spurs, where are the Spurs? Where are they from? San Antonio. There's a name not on it, and it's Victor Wembanyama. It's the guy that everyone said would get injured, and I'm pretty sure it's because of stuff like this. You got Wembanyama showing you how flexible he is, and he's gotten so much strength training, but also flexibility training. Now we talk about flexibility in our fitness and health section with me and Gabby, all right? But it's huge, all right? This is a 7'4" guy. He's supposed to get injured. He's too big, but look at it. He's doing the splits. I mean, if that doesn't tell you he's flexible, nothing will. So being flexible is enormous to your strength and to your perseverance. All right. So great job to Victor Wembanyama. Last thing that we're going to talk about just real fast. We had a game against JMU and Marshall, okay? This is the game. That was the last time that they played, but this is that game. Let me see. The final score was in overtime, okay? But the thing about this game is there was 40 turnovers. All right, 40 turnovers to 12. 40 freaking turnovers by James Madison. And they still made it to overtime. All right, Marshall ended up with 95 points, beating them, but they only had 12 turnovers. How in the world do you allow for a team to have 40 turnovers against you, and they scored 45 points off those turnovers too? It's because they missed every single shot. They missed so many shots. It's wild. All right, so Marshall right here for their shooting, if you look at all their shots, 30 for 99. 30 for 99. From three-point range, they shot 17%. And again, the other team they had 12 turnovers. The other team for turnovers had 39 turnovers. All right, and they shot pretty well though. They shot the ball well, but that is insane stats. And you got to take care of the ball. One, they would have easily won if they took care of the ball. But two, if you're getting turnovers, got to score off them, but you got to figure out a win. If the other team's turning the ball over that much, you must have been playing good defense. It's just an odd thing. Now, this is women's basketball. People are saying this is like a dirtier game. Who knows, man? All right, but yes, take care of the ball and take care of the game if the other team isn't taking care of the ball. It's a very, very important rule. Anyway, don't forget that our quote of the day, guys, is hope trumps all. See anyone showing up to the shooting workout tonight? All right, see y'all soon. No one got the trivia question today. That means I'll ask it again next Tuesday. All right, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace out.
Boy bad, boy inna the place ain't nobody bad. Enter, looking for a bad. Boy inna the place ain't nobody bad. Aubrey, I'm a bigger man, careful girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready. Big man titty. My people crazy. You better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati spola pale wesi mi roga mama sita mi ufanya madem mwenye uko na baki kujishika iwe dancehall ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabomb tuko party tunaban hii weekend tukendi yo hashtag check it tunaban press it to the one cha 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 madem pako hapa wanadai tu vijiti wanjiti kwa kiti waresh pako fiti weekend tunaban adiche wanja for the G top on the panty
Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man.